My name is Becky Aloo. I am from Kenya. I am a lecturer in one of the public universities in Kenya, that is University of Eldoret. I am a microbiologist, so I teach microbiology to the undergraduate and postgraduate students. And apart from that, I am also heading the Intellectual Property Management Office for the university. And writing a lot of proposals, seeking funds to continue with my research, which is on plant microbe interactions. From my previous experiences with the workshops, the academic workshops or research workshops, there's some kind of routine or can I say a pattern where people, maybe they start with the introductions, then they are given the lectures, they take notes and they go home. So I think that was rather what I was expecting when I went to Pretoria. And then I found out that it was totally different. The way of interaction, the way of knowing each other, or networking, or even the presentations, they were not like the usual types of presentations, but very unique and very engaging, if I can say, and also very educative. I would say that it has been a learning experience from the time it started last year. That was in December. And even right now, it's still a learning process because we are still in touch with the fellows. I'm still in touch with the fellows. We have a working group where we have a project, so we are in touch and we are working. And apart from that, back at home in Kenya here, we also got together as previous fellows of ASLP, and we organized a workshop in Kenya, which we call the Kenya ASLP workshop. And that was also very rewarding for me because I was able to take part in sharing what I had learned in Pretoria with my fellow colleagues back at home. Yeah, there are some things I have never forgotten since I did them. For example, we had this activity, it was called the Picasso in a bag. So this one, we were working in pairs, and we were given drawing papers in some bags or wrapped in some bags, and you were supposed to draw your colleague or your partner without looking at your paper because it is inside the bag. And we came up with very crazy drawings of our colleagues. And interestingly, those are the profiles that we put up on the wall. And we were using those ones to introduce ourselves to other people. So I think that was one of the very interesting moments I had in Pretoria. We had this I can't remember exactly the name how we were calling it, but we had a lot of interesting activities as well, outdoor activities, because we could go out in the open with our group members, and we were given again drawing papers and maybe some items. For example, our group, we were given a tree, and we were told to link that to our leadership in research or in science. So we could come up with several ideas about what the tree, or the link between the tree and our leadership in science. We had one of the other activities that I forgot to mention was called the PPCO. That was like a feedback mechanism when others are presenting. So for this one, I've tried to apply it in my classes as a lecturer, because sometimes I give group works or group activities to students, and they're supposed to make their presentations. So while they are presenting, then I am able I was able to use the PPCO, that is we get the pluses, the students give their pluses to the presenters, then they give their potentials, and they give their concerns, and then finally they give their overcomes on those concerns. So like it is a peer feedback process, which I've been able to apply in my classes as well. So an African science leader, in my own opinion, is okay, first of all, is a scientist or a researcher, and doing or learning and then teaching others also. So like you become a trainer or a trainer of trainers. So like you learn and you share what you have learned with others so that they can also share. So in that process, the leadership grows through maybe one person or a group of people or a group of individuals. So it's not like being individualistic about what you learn, but sharing it out and mentoring others, empowering others also through the same process. We can be the change that we want to see in Africa. We can be the change. We have the potential to bring solutions to the challenges that we are facing in Africa as African scientists. And that's purely it in a nutshell. Wonderful.